Chennai gears up for Cyclone Mejong. It is expected to make its landfall between Nellore and Machilipatnam in South Andhra Pradesh coast by 12 noon tomorrow. Cyclone Mejong has led to heavy rains in Chennai and neighbouring districts. Flight operations at Chennai airport has been affected. In fact, several flights have been cancelled as well and diverted, many of them. As we see heavy rainfall in Chennai, they fear the return of the 2015 flood nightmare. National Disaster Response Forces have been rushed into action near landfall areas. Over 21 teams have been deployed in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Puducherry. 8 additional teams have been kept in reserve. Over 18,000 Chennai police personnel are on ground right now. Medical response forces are also kept at bay. In fact, a green corridor has been set up only to ensure a safe passage for ambulance emergencies. That's all the latest. Have a look.
We are currently reporting from outside the Chennai Corporation headquarters, and very interesting and very concerning. In fact, you can see how the Chennai Corporation building itself is flooded. You can see the kind of water levels. Just look at those cars. So you can imagine the kind of water levels that are there at this point in time. And this is the Chennai Corporation headquarters. So you can imagine the rest of the city as well, how flooded it must be. And that is what is the real concern at this point in time. There's just no respite from rains. It's been pounding heavily in Chennai and the neighboring districts of Chennai since last night, and there is of course gusty winds as well, and that is of course is adding to the problem, because the outer bands and the inner bands of the cyclone is just dumping more and more rains in Chennai and its neighboring districts, and that is the reason why we are seeing a flood-like situation here on ground. And of course, at this point in time, officials and everyone in Tamil Nadu are keeping their fingers crossed to ensure that, praying that there's some respite from rain. That is the only prayer at this point in time. As the cyclone is intensifying into a severe cyclone, it's definitely impacting the weather as well, and it will cross the South Andhra Pradesh coast tomorrow. That is what we're being told. But until then, Chennai and its neighboring districts will continue to receive heavy rainfall. The situation in Chennai is quite concerning. We are reporting currently from Nandanam. You can see the visuals of waterlogging. Chennai, of course, has been receiving continuous rainfall, that too very heavy rains since last night due to the impact of Cyclone Mejong. Now, this particular cyclone is very close to the Chennai coast. As we speak, it's around 110 kilometers away from the Chennai coast, and that, of course, is the reason why the weather, is getting severely impacted in Chennai, not just in Chennai, but in its neighboring districts as well, such as Chengalpet, Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur, etc. Heavy rains have been pounding these districts since last night with gusty winds, and that, of course, is creating a lot of issues on ground. Thankfully, the Tamil Nadu government has announced a public holiday today in all these 4 districts, and they've also advised private companies and other establishments to allow their employees to work from home, because you can see the situation for yourself, the kind of situation on ground. Almost all parts of the city are waterlogged. Trees have fallen due to this strong winds. Water has entered homes of people. So all of this is happening, and this is simply not the situation for anyone to come out. And the message that the government wants to send across to the people is that they should stay indoors as much as possible. Come out only if it's absolutely necessary.
Well, the cyclone Mejong is expected to make its landfall, and as a result, parts of Chennai city and several districts of Tamil Nadu has been receiving heavy rainfall. We are right now at Mylapore in Chennai, and you can see this is one of the major regions of the city, but the roads being filled with water. And this is not just a scenario here. In many parts of the city, some of the most important parts of the city has been filled with water because it's been raining continuously since last evening. Throughout the night it was raining, as well as there were gusty winds which has led to some of the trees falling on the roads. Here the authorities, the Chennai City Police, Greater Chennai Corporation officials are trying to remove the trees from the road to avoid traffic congestion, traffic block. But yes, this is the scene here. It's heavily raining as well as accompanied by gusty winds. Now the Chennai Metro has also released certain guidelines saying that there's waterlogging around St. Thomas Metro Station as well as near Coimbatore Station. So they have been asked to advise to avoid these particular stations and instead board trains at different stations. So that's currently the situation right now. The Met Department has predicted is that Chennai, Tiruvallur, Kanjipuram is going to receive heavy rainfall in the coming 2 days. It's raining non-stop, and the most important part is people having difficulty to commute from one region to another. But the advisory is that to stay indoors as much as possible because it's going to rain continuously for the day. With video journalist Tinku Rajshekhar, Shubhimol KG for India Today from Chennai.
Extremely heavy rains have been lashing Chennai and its neighbouring districts since last night. This, of course, is due to the impact of Cyclone Migjan. And you can see from the visuals, I'm just going to show you the visuals. We are currently at Ashok Nagar in Chennai. This is one of the residential areas in the city, and you can see how this entire stretch of road is completely waterlogged. And this is the situation across the city, not just in Chennai, but also in its suburbs and its neighbouring districts like Kanjipuram, Tiruvallur, Chengalpet, etc. Now, Cyclone Migjan is bringing a lot of rain to the city. It's dumping huge quantities of rain across the city, and that, of course, is causing a lot of inconvenience and a lot of trouble. The wind speed also is very, very high. It's very gusty winds as we speak. So several, for instance, the railway services have been suspended. The suburban railway services have been suspended. Several trains from Chennai have been cancelled. So a lot of such measures are being taken. Public holiday has been announced by the Tamil Nadu government in these 4 districts, and the government has also advised private establishments and other offices to instruct their employees to work from home, because today is definitely not a situation where people can venture out, and that is the one advice that's going in from the side of the government, that people should stay indoors as much as possible. Only if it's absolutely necessary they should step out, because the situation is simply it's very, very difficult. So people should stay indoors. That's the one message that the government wants to give to the people of Chennai at this point in time.